Welcome to Star Ridge. Today at our aquatic nursery, we're going to feature a plant called Parrot's Feather. And we have a pond that holds our two different varieties. It's interesting. When clients see this, they always tell me, hey, it looks like little succulents. And I think they're right. So it also looks like little evergreen trees in a forest. But nonetheless, we're gonna have our water garden expert, Joe, tell us all about this plant called Parrot's Feather. So we have two different varieties. So what can you tell me?
Okay, we grow two varieties here. This is the dwarf red stem Parrot's Feather.
Okay.
And you can see the size of it. If you can zoom in, the reason it's called Parrot's Feather is each leaf looks like a little feather.
Yeah, it does. That's super cool.
That's why they call it that. And then we've got the regular Parrot's Feather, which you can see is much bigger. Just two different species. The regular Parrot's Feather will spread up to 6 feet in your pond in a season. The dwarf will spread up to about 3 feet. Dwarf is a little thicker. Both beautiful.
Right, so the spread goes out instead of up.
Correct.
How?
It only gets about 3 inches tall, but it'll spread it. It creeps across the water.
Right, so that would provide like shade and protection for your fish if you have any fish in your
Correct.
pond?
Correct. This gives them a place for your goldfish to spawn, to lay their eggs.
Right.
Protection for the baby fish. They like to live within the stems.
Right.
And it also gives the larger fish an area to get underneath, to get out of the sun and the heat of the day, and just gives them a sense of protection, security.
Okay. So how can pond owners best care for their Parrot's Feather?
Okay, fertilization, once a month, 1 tablet per gallon of soil. They like to be in wet soil, up to 6 inches of water above the top of the pot. Another cool thing is this is available in these little creeper islands.
Yeah, those are super
so
cool.
You can see this. It's planted in this island, and this island just floats on the water.
Right.
So it kind of gives you a little island in the middle of your pond, a refuge for fish to get underneath, and it moves around with the wind.
Right, so we have two different varieties, but 3 different options.
Correct.
So you can have it in a creeper island that will just kind of float around your pond, which is very delightful. And then you can just submerge these in your pond.
That's
So
right.
I guess they like to be on the pond shelf.
On the pond shelf in shallow water.
In shallow water.
And it's nice. The one thing we use these for is we like to keep all of our plants in pots in the water garden.
Right.
So when you put a cattail that's very upright, you can still see the pot in the pond. But if you intermingle a pot or two of the Parrot's Feather around the other pots, it creeps across the water and covers them up, and your cattails and so on just come up through your Parrot's Feather.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful with the different layers too.
Yep.
So that's a really great tip. Okay, so once the frost comes,
This is evergreen.
Oh, it's evergreen. That's brilliant.
Yep. So it stays like this all winter long.
Okay. So when your other plants are dormant, you have some color in your pond.
And some cover for the fish.
Right. But does it keep growing all year, or is it just kind of...
It does. It slows down in the
Right.
winter time.
Right.
But it keeps growing.
Takes off in the spring and then just kind of settles into its groove.
Correct.
Yep. Well, it's super beautiful. All of our clients like it. It's a really incredible plant. So it pretty much comes in the green and then the green with the red. So if you want some variation of color in your pond, this is a great option. Thank you.
Bye-bye.